singing way oh. You look like a guy who could treat me right. Way oh.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be sort of like a coffee talk, mom chat. I've already had 2 hot coffees today, so I grabbed myself some homemade cold brew that I just love. And grab yourself a coffee, tea, glass of wine. I wish I was drinking a glass of wine right now. Whatever it may be. I just kind of wanted to have a chit chat with you guys. Kind of, I don't know, update you on some things, let you know where my channel's going, answer some questions I asked you guys on like the community page of YouTube. Just to ask me a couple questions. I'm not going to dive into too many. I'm going to save that for my 20K subscriber. Like, I'm going to do a big Q&A when I hit 20K, which will be very soon because we are over 19,000 now. So thank you so much. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe and make sure your notifications are turned on. Just hit that bell. That way you know when I upload and you're able to watch every single one of my videos. So if you are new to my channel, my name is Haley and I have a 17-month-old daughter who currently I'm occupying with food because it's the only way I can basically, you know, film a little bit is just keep feeding her. So yeah, let's jump into it. If you guys want to know what is kind of going to happen with my channel, what's new, if you want to hear some burning questions, like I'm going to answer some questions about YouTube, single momhood, let's jump into the video. First of all, you guys need that cold brew brewer, whatever. You need it. It's not even that expensive and it's so worth it. It tastes 100%. I use Starbucks ground coffee, but it tastes 100% like as if I was spending $4 or $5 on a cold brew from Starbucks. But yeah, you need it. So I'm linking that down below, of course. So basically I have decided to upload a minimum of 3 videos a week. Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday are my typical upload days. And then once in a while, if I can do it, I will throw in a 4th video. My goal, because I am working 1 to 2 nights a week, my goal is to do 3, absolutely minimum 3. And then my goal really is to do 4. So just so you're aware. Let's start by reading just a couple of questions because then we can get chatting through those questions basically. From Anna McAllister, and if I butcher your name, I'm not trying to, but Anna McAllister asks, how do you deal with not going crazy staying at home with your little one? That's a tough question because I still go crazy sometimes. I have to constantly keep myself busy. YouTube definitely helps because this is like my hobby / job. I think that definitely if you're gonna be a stay-at-home mom or be at home most of the days with your child, you need a hobby or you know, because Sydney's not into sports yet or swim, like she doesn't do any activities for us to go do, dance, like things like that. So yeah, I definitely suggest getting a hobby of some sorts, craft, reading books, book club, blogging. So personally, YouTube is my outlet and it consumes so much of my time, and when she's napping, I'm editing, I'm watching other YouTube videos. At least once a week I have a play date with my friend, and she has 2 children. One of them's like 2.5 and the other one is 8 months-ish. At least once a week I have a play date there or here, and I work 1 to 2 nights a week, but that's just from like 3:30, 4 o'clock to, you know, whenever. So that occupies a little bit of my time. And then also I try to stay busy with Sydney, whether it be go to the beach, go shopping, grocery shopping. Like I try to do something every day. And if it's rainy, like it's been raining for the past couple of days, you know, we hang out at the house for the most part. I still go crazy though, that's for sure. Sometimes I'm like, I just need to go do something. Another question is from Alexis Essman. Is it hard to make YouTube a career? I can only speak from personal standpoint, and I would say yes, 100% yes. I've had someone, before I made my video about how I pay my bills, I had someone say, oh, is it that easy? You just post like a couple of videos a week and, you know, then you can pay all your bills. No. It takes a lot of time and effort and work to make money on YouTube. You make money through, you know, based on views, basically, and the amount of ads that are played on your video. And then your sponsorships, But yeah, you don't make a whole lot at all. I've just recently started introducing sponsorships to my channel, and you guys know how I feel about sponsorships. I've made a whole video on it. The way that you get paid through sponsorships, or the way that you can bid on how much you get paid, is through your average view count. So it all depends on how big your channel is, how engaged your audience is. And basically right now, if I were to do a sponsored video or like rely on that to make my income, I would have to do a minimum of like 10 sponsored videos a month to pay my bills strictly through YouTube right now, because I'm a small YouTuber. And no one wants to see 10 sponsored videos a month from me. I mean, yeah, I will probably have to do, you know, at least a couple a month, maybe I don't know. I don't know how many, maybe one a week, maybe less than that. Like, it depends. I'm being very, very selective on what sponsorships that I want to choose to do on my channel. So I've had this YouTube channel for almost 2 years. I think in September it will be 2 years since I started. But I started when I was pregnant. I was really sick and tired for a lot of the beginning of my pregnancy, so I didn't really upload consistently. There was a lot going on in my personal life. I was working 5 nights a week, 4 or 5 nights a week, so I wasn't really dedicated to like growing my YouTube channel. I think it's been maybe 2 months now, like maybe one. It's been about 2 months where I've been on my 3 upload a week schedule, and honestly, this is starting to grow my channel a ton because I'm uploading consistently. I'm trying my best to upload quality content. So I've very, very recently started to say, you know what, I'm gonna make this my career. I've always wanted it to be my career, but I never really put the effort and time and work into it. Filming these sit-down videos is like so difficult nowadays. Like, I used to, you know, when she was a baby, stick her in her jumperoo or exercise or whatever and film right there, but it's taken me like, I don't know, an hour and a half, and I've gotten like 3 minutes into a video. I know there are some people, and some people that I follow, like a couple of them, literally blew up in a year and have over 100,000 subscribers in just a year's worth of, you know, videos, and that's amazing for them. It does not happen to a lot of people. And I know a lot of them were able to dedicate themselves to putting tons of videos out at a time, and consistently, but I was not able to do that until very recently. So I have not made it my full-time career, so I cannot say, you know, anything about that, but I will. Mark my words, I will make it my career. I'm working my butt off, and it is so difficult being a single mom, doing everything on your own and trying to make YouTube your career. Like, it's a lot of work. You know, I stay up until like 1 a.m., midnight, 1 a.m. every single night, basically, that I'm editing and working, and just, it's a lot of work. So a lot of people think, oh, I film, upload, woo, make money. Okay, so along the same lines of like YouTube and being a career and my channel goes, I have some, I've gone back and forth debating on if I wanted to share this with you guys yet or not, just because I don't know, like, it's a huge commitment. I'm like, am I ready to say that? Do I want to say that out loud? When I hit record, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna throw this idea out there and see what they have to say. I absolutely love, you guys have heard me mention before, Kaylin Nicholson on YouTube, and she does this thing called YouTober, where she uploads a video every single day in the month of October, and it's fall related, Halloween, just lifestyle related, it's whatever related to her channel. And I thought, I want to do something like that. I think I might call it, I don't want to say what I'm going to call it, because if other people use it, like, I don't know, I still want credit. I looked it up and it doesn't exist right now on YouTube, so I want to do this thing called Momtober. I thought it would be really cool to try to produce a video every single day of the month of October, and the reason why I'm choosing October is because A, it gives me a little bit of time to like gear up for it. B, September, October, November, those are my favorite months because I love fall. Fall is my absolute favorite season. I feel super inspired and motivated, and I love it. And I've written down so many ideas of videos that I want to film for that month. I'm not like 100% sticking it in stone saying that I'm going to do it, but what do you guys think? Like, I don't know, I really want to do it, but 30 videos in 30 days or 31 videos in 31 days. Hello, I'm a single mom and I work, so it's going to be like so difficult to do. And I don't even know if I can actually do it, but I won't know unless I try. And if I miss a couple days here and there, like I know you guys will understand, but I think I'm gonna do it. So thumbs up this video if you guys wanna see Momtober, where it's gonna be like lifestyle videos, fall essentials, cooking, baking, routines, clothing. Like you know, I have my ideas and I have them written down. I actually like wrote a ton of them down in my notebook yesterday. So give this video a thumbs up and comment below if you guys want to see that. Again, I'm sorry if you can see like all my booby stretch marks, but I like this bralette and it's whatever. I'm sweating because of these lights. So Paige Benny asks, what are some things that you do to stay positive about yourself and your life? And I actually just recently, as you guys know, kind of came into a positive like mindset, I should say. I basically have gotten very inspired by other YouTubers and other like positive people in my life. So I just decided one day to change my mindset, and it's not easy to do, but you can kind of like trick yourself into a positive mindset, if that makes sense. Like one day I just decided to wake up and say, hey, I'm gonna have a positive day. And if something bad happened, like I spilled my coffee or Sydney like spilled milk everywhere, or whatever, like little things that can set you off because you're not a morning person, me. I just decided to brush things off, and if I think positive, then positive things will happen in my life. So I honestly just tried to just stay positive in my mind, laugh at things when I usually would cry or get upset about things, play music, go for walks, do something that makes you feel really good about yourself, whether that be like, you know, taking a bubble bath and doing a face mask, or cooking yourself a nice meal instead of box mac and cheese like I pretty much eat at least once a week. Go work out or take a nap when your kid's napping. Like do something for yourself, put your makeup on, get yourself dressed. And for me, honestly, I've always wanted to take care of myself, but when I had Sydney and for the first year I was, you know, in a bad relationship, just depressed about my situation and circumstances and finances and everything else. I just found everything to be negative and upset and depressed about. But I thought, you know, if I keep thinking that way, it's not ever gonna get better. So when I started to think positive and I started to like do my makeup or do my hair or actually pick an outfit out for myself instead of staying in my pajamas until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, which is fine, I still do that, but it like changed my mindset and allowed me to feel more positive and happy and have energy. And I don't know, so I try to do something for myself every single day, and I try to, as much as I can, switch my mindset to positive. And if you're feeling like really, really bad, think of one thing that you're grateful for. And every single day, I'm grateful that I get to spend this time that I have with Sydney. I don't know, I hope that answered the question. Elizabeth Church asks, when you are kid-free, what are some things you use to reboot? I am never kid-free, never. Just recently, like twice, I was without her for 2 hours. And I cleaned my house. That's what I did. But no, I'm never without her. I'm working. Yeah, I'm never without her. Once Upon a Mommy, which I recognize your name from like commenting on my videos. So thanks. Hey girl. How does your ex feel about your YouTube channel? That's a tough question because I think he supports it, but just has no interest in it or hearing about it or anything. And then also, there's that, you know, obviously I have Sydney on here, so that protective side, which I'm also like a little leery on a lot of times, but so I don't know. I think it's just whatever to him. It's so far off in like La La Land for a lot of people who are close to me, like my friends and my family, and just I think a lot of people are like, yeah, okay, you're gonna make that your career. Okay, good luck. Like it's a fun hobby, but what are you gonna do for your career? Or it's a, you know, nice, but like it's whatever. So I don't think people actually understand it, and they won't probably until I can quit my job and say, hey, told ya I could do it. And when did your close friends and family find out about your channel? I basically like told everyone that I wanted to do a YouTube channel. I started with a beauty channel before this because I loved Jaclyn Hill and I loved makeup, and I thought like I could do this, but let's be honest, I just love makeup. I'm not a teacher or an artist. So that it was never gonna work for me. I always tried to do some video that someone else more popular than me did, and I wasn't myself. I didn't even know how to be myself. So that channel was never gonna work, but it still exists, but I don't upload on it because I feel like I'm not me, and I feel like anxiety when I even think about uploading on that channel. So they knew about it from the beginning. I've always been a talker and a believer in myself, and I want to do something and then I'm going to share it with the world. Also, any advice on how you got your own place and daycare costs and things? Sydney's never been in daycare, so I don't have to worry about that. My own place, so if you guys saw how I pay my bill video, you know that I'm sort of living off my savings, which is basically nothing right now, which is so scary, so I need to work more. So I've always been like a money hungry saver, scared about bills. I just have always been that way, so I've always had 2 jobs. Oh my gosh, I always forget about my coffee. So I've always been like a hard worker, saver, and I used to, you know, bartend at 2 different restaurants and places, and I just saved so much money. And I bought this place when I was 27. Has it been 4 years? I think it's been about 4 years. I basically, when you put your mind to something and you put it under the universe, it's gonna happen as long as you work towards it. So I rented for years and years, and then basically was in between apartments, and I had to live with someone, like kind of an acquaintance for a little bit while I was finding my house, and I basically just put my mind to it and made it happen by myself. When I was 20 or 19 or 20, I bought my first car, and it was brand new, and I just, you know, people, my mom was scared, not everyone doubted me, but a lot of people were like, oh, are you sure that's a really good idea? And I don't really care what other people think. That's just one of the traits that I have. Like, one of the biggest traits is I don't really care what other people think. Yes, people hurt my feelings, and I do care, but if someone says, don't do this because of this, or it's too risky, if I've already made my mind up and I have my mind like set to a goal, I'm gonna make it happen. I don't care what other people say or think. And obviously, like, if it's gonna be a hard decision where it's like life altering or puts me in danger, or like, you know, there are some times where, you know, I do listen and I do respect it if I have some fear, but I also try not to live in fear. I think it was Love Meg on YouTube. I think it was. If I'm wrong, you can correct me, but I think I heard her say on one of her videos that to start making decisions out of love instead of fear, and that resonated with me. And I've always thought that way, but didn't put it into words. And now that I'm like, I make that thought in my head, it totally makes sense to me. So I don't know, I just put my mind to it and made it happen. I saved for years and years and years. By the way, I just want to let you know that I pretty much respond to every single one of you. If you DM me on Instagram, if you leave me a comment here, I am always like responding to you guys. You guys are my friends. I basically have no friends because I'm a stay-at-home mom who does YouTube for like a hobby / living. So I'm home and alone all the time. I do have friends, but a lot of them don't have kids. So it's just, you know, it's a lot harder. I actually think one of you asked me a question. Loved one asks, you're so busy. Do you hang out with friends when you have free time? How do you feel about friendships now that you're a mom? So this one's really tough. I have always been that person who hasn't had like a huge group of friends. I've always had just a few close friends, and those few close friends are still my friends to this day. Have our relationships changed? 100%. One of my best friends that I've recently kind of had, you've seen her in a couple of my vlogs, or her kids. We can relate on so many levels because we're moms, and we have that like high strung mom thought, and we have like, if we're out shopping or out to eat, we can totally relate with like, hurry up, the kid's gonna eat, or oh my gosh, there's a blowout, or sorry, I gotta go, my kid's fussing, or it's nap time, like, or a strict schedule because bedtime. It's just like, it's so much easier to relate to moms now, like mom friends. And my other friends, we're still like ride or die friends, and they'll be there for me no matter what. But it's just changed a little bit. Like, I don't see them as much. I'm kind of, you know, I'm committed to my daughter, obviously. So things have changed. And I definitely notice we might talk a little less or hang out a little less, but that's okay. I kind of expected it. Sometimes it bums me out and I feel isolated, because I definitely am. Being a mom or a single mom is definitely very isolating, especially if your friends don't have children. But I don't know, I've kind of accepted it, and I'm just trying to not dwell on it and move along. This question from Becca Wright: if you weren't on YouTube or a waitress, what would you want to do for work? Love you, girl. Can't wait to see you hit 20K. Thank you. Becca, I recognize your name, so thank you for commenting. And someone else also asked if I have a degree. So I do have a degree. I have a bachelor's of science in human nutrition and dietetics. That is like the proper name. I've always had a passion for nutrition, and it basically stemmed, I started off as a biochemistry major, and I did that for 3 years. And then I had a life change that happened to me, and my mindset changed. I didn't want to do that. I wasn't happy with my choice, and I just wasn't happy. So I switched in what should have been my 4th year. I switched to a nutrition major, and that just tacked on 1 year. So I went to college for 5 years technically, but I do have my bachelor's of science in nutrition. I did sort of like want to go in that direction, but then I switched. I don't want to work in a hospital. I wanted to do my own thing. I've always wanted to be my own boss, and the money just wasn't there, and the passion, the drive wasn't there, and I'm sure I could have made it there. I didn't have that drive. I didn't. So that's why I try to feed Sydney as healthy as possible. I used to want to be a personal trainer and like just be super, super focused on that. And I want to get back to it because I want my body to be healthy again. I'm trying to eat better. I always kind of have that health in my mind, and that's why I try to, feed Sydney as nutritious as possible. So fun fact about me. Oh, if I wasn't a waitress or like doing YouTube, what would I do? Either like an event planner or a personal trainer. I know this is totally weird, like totally opposite, but I did want to be a personal trainer, and then I chickened out. I'll tell more of that story maybe in my large Q&A. I think an event planner, like a wedding event planner or something, because I love decorating and I love big events, but I can't do them myself because I have no money or like reason to plan events. So I think being an event planner, that would be amazing. Okay, so I feel like at this point, this video is forever long. I don't know, I woke up today thinking I just want to have a chit chat with you guys and tell you about Momtober and kind of see what your thoughts are. Is Momtober, like, maybe if you come up with a like better title for it, like leave me suggestions in the below and I will obviously give you credit. Make sure you're subscribed, and you're gonna have to be a follower of me on Instagram as well as YouTube to be entered to win my 20K giveaway when that does happen. I expect that to happen within like 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. So yeah, make sure you're subscribed, give the video a thumbs up. I'm all jacked up on coffee now that I've had like 3 coffees, and I need to go do something with my day. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.